If I start as a sound designer on a project, there are conceptual parts to start with, initial talks with the director, and there's a film, there's a script, and that's the basis you start with. But from there, it's a lot of trial error. And after having worked for a while on the film, something evolves out of that process that becomes a special grammar for that film. We say, okay, these sounds work. This is a film where we are more reduced. This is a film that's much more alive, or these and these sounds should recur. So it's an evolving process to find the sound grammar for a special film I work on. And generally, I can say that there, through 100 years of filmmaking, of course, certain iconic sounds have evolved, where you can say, okay, seagulls, or distant freight train at night, or certain sounds that you've heard in lots of films. And they stand for something, they symbolize something. And it's very important for young filmmakers to know these sounds. And it's not hard to learn, you know them, because you've seen so many films. And to use them for your sake, because films are stories told in a very limited time. So sometimes these cliches help us to convey something where we just, by hearing these short iconic snippets of sound, know where we are, what to feel, what emotional quality a scene has. So there is a universal sound grammar, and that's something to be learned. That's something to be studied and understood, of course.
Yeah, and I think in general, I mean, there's no general use of what sounds to use, because every film is so different, and every film needs to find its own language, even in sound. And so on some films, you really need to clean up the production track a lot to make it really very precise and clear and stand out. On other movies, it might be just the right thing not to clean it up at all and have it very raw. With all the background noise, that maybe even the camera team that was on set shooting that scene might be a good element of the soundtrack. So I think the only general rule is to dig into the material. I mean, as a mixer, you've got all the possible material when you start working, so you dig into the material and try to understand the logic of the movie, the DNA of the movie, and find the right combination of elements for each individual movie.